worked, which holiday are you taking? They asked Betwigus what? How do you rest? He stood up and began to speak in tongues. Manda harakoa. He said, therein is a rest. What is that rest? With his stammering tongues. That is how he will speak to these people. That's the rest that is left for the believer. Today, in 1 year, we take 7 holidays. It's our lust for pleasure that we use Christianity and the precious kingdom resources to finance. A preacher appears to preach. What he's wearing is worth $1 million. We are competing with the stars of the world to wear all the designer watches and all the designer shoes. I'm not saying don't look good, don't be excellent. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying kingdom resources is not to sponsor the lifestyle of preachers. And we have taught that error to a generation. So people can't bear the sufferings of Christ. And this is why we are not drawing close to God. This is why we are not mortifying the flesh. Because there is something suffering does as touching mortification of the flesh. In 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 1, it says, him that have suffered in the flesh have ceased from sinning. So the reason you find a church that is full of carnality is because we have not taught them hardship for the name of Christ. And that's why church is almost becoming a secular gathering. Let me show you 4 reasons why suffering is very paramount in the Christian faith. Number 1, suffering produces perfection. Because therein is the school of patience instituted. A man who doesn't suffer can never know patience. And if you don't know patience, you can't be perfected. Romans 6 verse 3 and 7. See what the Bible said. It said, know ye not that so many of us that were baptized into Jesus Christ were baptized into his death? In verse 7, see what he says. See what he said. He said, for he that is dead is free from sinning. This type of death is not just to confess that you were dead with him. It's to carry your cross and follow him. That's why 1 Peter 4:1 said, he that has suffered in the flesh have ceased from sinning. If we cannot endure reproach for Jesus, can we endure the tauntings of the flesh in order to live right? So there is a perfection that only suffering brings. That's why the Bible said, when you are persecuted, count it all joy. Diverse trials purify you. It said, gold that is not as worthy as your faith is tried by fire. How do you think you will not go through diverse trials? But how many Christians today can endure suffering, can endure persecution?